Okay, Larry, it's time to get started.
There's not one mark inside your case back. So
I don't see any evidence of service from the past.
it's a little bit loose, but it's not brassing the movement, so I think it's still okay. We'll try and cinch down the bearing a bit. Okay. All right. I just have my questions. I was a bit thrown off, I have to say. When I saw 3000, I was convinced I knew what I was looking at. Still some lubrication under here. It's a little dirty. It's interesting to see something that's got, obvious signs of someone being in the movement. At least there's something on your dial that, like a piece of hair, but no marks. We got a shy watchsmith, and this is a replacement. Whoop. This is a replacement spring. That is not original. I mean, it seems to do its job, I guess, but definitely not an original case spring. Okay, there's your pusher. And your pusher. Look how small that movement seems inside that case. That's amazing. So funny. It's like a cavern around your movement here. These cases are just jumbos for a reason, I guess. Let all the power out of your mainspring. Hairs. Great number of hairs so far. Alright, we're not going to fool around. We're just going to pull that right out. Okay, that's fun. No lubrication under that jewel. Cap jewel. I'm just going to go ahead and pull your balance. While we're here, I just feel like the balance should come out while we're not manipulating the movement. It's just kind of my philosophy, if you can have such a thing. I don't know if it's a style or a philosophy. Okay. Regardless, who cares? Who cares about my style philosophy? There's your crown and stem. I've got it looks a little bit bent. Let's see if that is actually bent. Yes. Your stem is a bit bent, and the unfortunate thing is that I don't think there's anything to do about it. Unfortunately, it would be a bad idea to try and make it unbent. Simply because they snap. They're hardened. They're not just a piece of regular steel. So we are really just going to leave that alone, rather than have to go through the rigmarole of a new stem, and perhaps not, I mean, I want to leave your crown and stem as original as possible. It's so important to me to keep these things original if we can. I just see the notion of, doing unnecessary work when it's such a minor thing, as it's just ill-advised. The dial spacer on these things are like a tank. When you look at these and you look at, for example, the ones for a 6138 or any other 6000 series non-chronograph 3-hand movement, it's just a flimsy piece of plastic that snaps when you breathe on it. This thing has a piece of metal the size of, the size of a tank holding the dial off of the movement. It's crazy. Okay. You got a little bit of accumulated, I don't know if I would say it's remnants of moisture or what it may be, but again, these sorts of dial imperfections are only really noticeable if you're looking for them. And so I would say we leave it. Let's just leave things as history.
That's my opinion. Rather than do more damage than good. Okay, here we go. Let's begin with the dial and hands. I'm very curious about
What lies beneath here. Very,
very curious.
It's not to say that
A 3000 can't be a JDM?
I'm just curious as why it seems to not be.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making
A big deal out of nothing, but I just find it interesting.
Okay. So that's your chronograph hand. Off. Let's get your hour and minute. So we'll touch up your minute hand as best we can. Match that color. Okay. So now we get our levers, the levers of power. I would call them the levers of safety. And one. And one beautiful straight yellow hand. Now this one's a little off. It's probably just somebody put it back in a slightly off position, but we will check everything, of course. Now that one seemed a little loose. Now my fear always is that somebody starts to use your chronograph more and more and these hands pop. This one especially will pop right off if you're not careful. So we're gonna try and cinch up that tube a bit just to be sure. Okay, so now we can get to the nitty-gritty, the fun part. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see what we have. What lies beneath? What mysteries? Ha ha! It is correct. 2-2. Aha, that's cool. This is 2-3. Perfect. Look at that. Excellent. Okay. So we press on. Look how nice and crisp that date and day wheel combination are. Look how shiny that is. That is so nice. What a lovely watch. Okay, here we go. You got one of the other issues with these large case watches is that these pushers are super long. Look how bent that one is. Boy, that's bent. So again, we got to try and straighten these things, but I want to be very careful. Problem is that it goes through so much case and so much case retaining ring that a slight bend can actually lead to a binding situation, and we don't want that for sure. That is definitely not what we want. Right, well, let's dig in. Nothing else to do but to jump in. Ooh, some hairs. This watch is a mystery to me. Such an interesting set of things. Another hair. Okay. That's good and tight. Tight enough, I should say. Also. Good. Zwei. Alright, ooh, more hair. Jeez. And another. My goodness. Oh my. Some definite crud in there. Cruddy. Alright, somebody has been resetting this, which, you know, it's not unheard of. Alright, there are the hearts and minds. Pieces and parts. Minute recorder. Ooh, greasy. Now, it's not that I would expect an A movement in 72, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything about watches, I don't think. I think I just parrot whatever I see and hear on the internet, which is not actual knowledge. Okay, these all look dry and good. Okay. Your screws are intact. That's good. Nope. Oh no! Ha! Spoke too soon. What the heck? This is the second movement where I've had to replace a screw. That is not even there. Look at that. Why aren't you there? Ah, so interesting. Alright, well Larry, you're gonna get a screw. It's funny, I just found one of these as I was looking for one of these the other day, so I have one. They're hard to find. They're, you know, 6138, 6139 specific. They're not very, you gotta actually, you know, tear apart a movement to get a screw. Luckily they're, you know, available, at least. You know, I've sort of squirreled away a few screws over the years, but geez, that's a very specific one, and somebody must have lost it and then figured, yeah, who needs a screw there? Well, Larry does. That's who. Man, there's lots of oil here. Whew. Holy moly. And that is not even supposed to have oil on it. That is supposed to be dry. Oh my God. What a dirty mess that is. That should actually be completely devoid of any oil, and that's got the most I've ever seen. Holy moly. We'll get that clean. Hopefully get that clean. Alright, let's get your chronograph column covered in oil. Don't see that all the time. 2 joules here, not a bushing like in a 6139B. 17 joule there, and this is, of
course 21. Yee. Losing some S2. Oh, another hair. Looky here. Yuck. Hairs galore. Oh man, and another one right here. What in the world? I can't imagine those would all have gotten in from the pushers and the stem. It just seems, you know, uncharacteristic. Okay. Oh, look, another hair. Sorry, I just keep finding them. There's another one. They're just everywhere. More. Oh my gosh. Okay. They're not the end of the world, they're just there. But, you know, if they get on your hairspring or around your pallet fork, that's a mess. That makes your signal go to hell. And your amplitude goes to nothing. Okay, so we're going to have to write down a screw. We'll have to find that after we get everybody cleaned up. Alright, so here's your plate. We'll get all the... I know, I have to stop talking about these hairs, but they're just there. They're there for me to complain about. Okay, chronograph wheel. It looks good. We're going to put it on our chest rig. See how that does. Put that aside. Alright, we'll put this aside and we'll check to make sure everybody's clean and hair free. Alright, third wheel. Wheel of escapement. This has a wee spring that sits underneath kind of a flat washer spring, or a wavy washer spring, and that's the sort of the component that runs your chronograph hour recorder. And there's your jewel. See, Seiko did know how to jewel lower mainspring arbor ports. They just didn't want to do it on a billion movements from the 6000 series. Not sure who made that decision, but it was the person that wanted to sell more watches and spend less money. That's what I think. Okay, that is now everything torn down. Let's go to the other side. You and you. All right. Somebody put the C-clip on the right way. That's good to see. Okay. Come on. There's your day disc, English Spanish, which seems like it shouldn't be there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm crazy. All right. One, two, three, and whoops, come back. Number 4. Good. One plate. 2 plates. Let's take your
date ring off. Thank you, jumper. Off. Okay. Calendar plate, which needs to be removed. All metal except for one piece. It's right here. Everything else is metal. That's a piece of plastic, but it's the only one. The only movements that can be all metal are either the 6005s or 6105s or the 6119s. Of this modern style movements, the 62s have all metal as well, but there's always that one plastic part, except for those that don't have a day disc. Okay. Neat. Because this intermediary is metal in this. I'm rambling about metal. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Off we go. It's a nice looking plate, nice and shiny. It's a bright movement. This really is good. I mean, it's clean. It's got its interesting quirks, like far too many hairs, but otherwise, it's actually quite good. It's quite good. Okay, so now here we are in the 6138 specific. All of this mechanism goes from here all the way around, and all of this is to record the hour. That's for this one thing. It's both to record and to reset that wheel. So we just tear all this down, get everybody taken apart. These long levers, which connect the reset side to the top of the watch on this, in this case, top of the watch, which is where they are on the Kukumes and the bullheads. It's slightly different in terms of the orientation. And there's your spring. It's not quite pointing in the right direction, this screw. It's a little bit off. It should be about 20 degrees rotated towards there. Not sure why. The last 6138 I worked on was also that way. It makes me interested to know why, because the book says put it to face this, but yet they give you the ability to adjust it. So why is it adjusted? Why is it adjustable? That's an interesting question. Well, I don't know how interesting it is, but it's a question I have. Don't take anything I say at face value. Always do your research. Google is not research. Take it from somebody who does research for a living. Okay, well, there we go. Let's get your, ooh, a little tight. Extra plate. Stabilizes your quick date. Now that's interesting. Somebody put the wrong screw in here as well. That's incorrect. Oh, is it? Wait a minute. Are you in the right orientation? Yes. No, okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. Sorry. That's right. It just looked like a strange head that was sitting on top, because that looks a little bit bowed. Yeah, it's alright. Just losing it. Again, don't listen to me.
Whoa. What is that? Is that machined? What the heck? I have not seen that before. This is a mystery. Very interesting. What in the world is that? There's your B-2 bomber. Okay, what are you? I am genuinely curious. Huh? I have never seen that before. Why is that machined to the brass? Super interesting. All right. At some point in the history of this watch, somebody machined that down. I don't know if that was a factory. I've never seen a 6138 with a machined out position like this. You know, I mean, that's not a shallow thing. Who in the world would have done that? Curious. All right. Well, we're going to peg wood these guys out, get them nice and clean, make sure everything is good to go. Replace all your gaskets, clean up your case, get everything in the cleaner, and do our testing, and we'll be back. All right. Okay, Larry. Well, we're here. Gonna get you started, going back together. Everything out of the cleaner. Did my first initial checks and primary lubrication points. So we're ready. I went ahead and installed your center wheel, and so now what we have to do is get the movement turned over and build out all the components of the keyless works and the reset and hour wheel for your chronograph, and that way we can get your plate in place so that we can start to put things together. All right. I'm going to be looking at some very specific things with your keyless works. I saw something quite odd that I wasn't quite sure what it was. Again, this movement seems to have a few mysteries that I'm trying to solve. One of them is associated with the stem release and set lever. So I'll show you what I mean when we get there. All right, so let's get started. First thing we do, of course, is hit some lubrication points. Get your center wheel so we can put on your cannon pinion. Make that the first thing we do. There we go. And here's your cleaned crown and stem with a new gasket. Put that in first, and then I can start to assemble the pieces here for your winding and setting. Got to do lubrication here. You on first. And then the other half of your pinion. And then everybody slides in. And we're good. There we go. First part in. All right. Next we grab your yoke. Give everybody a
touch of lubrication here. Alrighty. Now, this has this very interesting divot on the back side. I've not seen that before. It doesn't seem to have any functional issue here. It touches your this component that actually does the quick date, and just unsure if it's going to get in the way. So I'm going to take a close look at that divot, see if it needs to be altered. We'll see. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Let's get your B-2 bomber in place. The nose. Come on. Okay. I think we're okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get things started. Get your spring in place. Yep. One, two, okay. Come on, stay down. There we go. Okay, it looks okay. I don't see any issues. Okay. Doesn't seem to be an issue, so that's good. Now we come to this. What I'd like to do is go ahead and get this spring installed. Turn it over here. Okay, now I'm going to check. It looks like it's in the right spot there. All right. Okay. Now, let's get your wheel. There we go. Alright, let's make sure all these things are in their right positions here. Okay. Looks good. Let's go ahead and get your levers. Get this heart a little bit of lubrication. I should say hammer on the face here. Okay. Now this lever. Looks in good shape. Okay, open the spring. Excellent. Okay, so there's that. Good. Good, good, good. Minute wheel. Intermediate wheel. And wheel. These all have to be put in place. Nope, come on now. There we go. And last but not least, your other die shock here. Ready to accept the balance when it's ready to go in. I should say support the balance. That's what its job is. Okay. All right. There we go. Now the moment of truth. We need to put our plate in place so that we can locate our jewel for the arbor of the mainspring. Make sure everybody's clear. Everybody's in place, doing their job. Looks good. Okay, screw number one. Screw number two. And screw number three. Okay. That's good. That's also good. And there we go. Okay, Larry. Well, now we're back over to this side, so we're gonna start putting the train together. Let's see where we got. I'd like to get you running today, get everything broken in, and that way we can be finished. Have your watch back to you. Okay. So I went ahead and put your barrel in just to do some checks. So now it's a matter of putting the rest of the train of wheels. It always starts with re-inspecting everyone before they get dropped into place here. There's your escape wheel. And your third wheel. And there we go. And now for your all-important, pre-lubricated, pre-tested chronograph and fourth wheel. drop her in. And there we go. Okay. All right. Now for your shiny bridge. Oh, one last piece of lubrication here to get a little bit on the top of your mainspring arbor. Okay, here we go. Time to get your third wheel a little bit happier. Okay, get your click. Okay. Right. Okay. There's one lever. And two levers. Aha, now we get to replace your very important screw. By the way, I didn't mention this, but you did get a new mainspring. Yours was badly cupped. It was really tweaked, and you know, it's such an important thing, and it's such a minor cost by comparison to everything else that for, you know, such an important thing, it's better to just replace it than to bother. Okay, so I'll show you that in a moment. But it was pretty badly warped. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and get your bushing in place and your crown wheel. we go. Okay, let's do some lubrication here. Right, let's get your plate, cover plate in place. Good. Okay. Now we put some heavy duty grease here. Fairly high pressure point for reset. So I want that to stay put. Put some here on your oh no. That's got to get turned around. Okay. Back off. I didn't look what I was doing. That one little piece. That has to be like that before this can go in place. No big deal. But it has to be right the first time. Well, the second time in this case. But it's right, so we're good. Okay, now we gotta do your hammer, and we have to lubricate your faces here. Make sure they're nice and slippery. Let's make sure your hammer post is lubricated as well. Now for the two springs. One on your levers. That's good. And one on your hammer. Okay. Last two pieces here. Got a minute recording. Just a touch of lubrication before it goes into its jewel. 6138, that's a jewel. 6139 Bs, that's a bushing. Not quite sure why, but that's the way they did it. And your intermediate wheel. Okay. Now for your bridge. Okay, that looks good. All right, couple screws. We can check your train. The lubrication stayed in the point. There we go. And there we go. Okay, looks good. Right, now your stem is a bit bent, I have to say. Alright, there it goes. Now we have to lubricate your other side, of course. Make sure your escape wheel and your third wheel are well lubricated. Okay, that's good. Nice and quiet. Very nice. Okay, good deal. Now we'll let that run down. And then it's time for your escapement. So let's get your pallet fork. Good. Good, 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 good. Everybody's doing their thing. Right, now, haha, now it is the time to check on our work. Take a close look at our very good. All right, here we go. The moment of truth. And we're off. Off to the races. like a running 6138 to me. That's a good sign. Okay, cool. All right, so let's check our work, see how we did. Okay, so there we are. That's where we're starting. Let's go ahead and get you adjusted here and see if we can get these numbers tuned just a little bit. I'm going to try and adjust the beat error first, of course. That's our primary target. So we got to take a guess. I guess that way. Am I correct in my guess? No, wrong guess. All right, let's go the other way. Let's get us back this way a little bit. We're going to have to make some adjustments here to our rate. All right. Everybody's going to go haywire for a little bit. So, all right, let's get the rate down just a touch more so we anticipate our movements. All right. Maybe even a little negative is good. Okay. So there we go. Now let's come back just a touch. I don't think we went too far. Yep, overshot. So let's go back. Okay, did I overshoot again? These movements are so small that you can easily, and like I did, overshoot the mark. Okay, where are we now? 0.2. Let's keep going. Shoot again. Not hard to do. Nope. Close. Close. Oh no. Come on. Numbers are looking good. Just got to get the beat error down to 0 for me to feel good. Oh. It's one of those things you kind of have to just hit on it and then it goes. Okay, there we go. Get those numbers right. All right, so it's looking really clean. Let's see where our amplitude goes. Losing a little bit of rate, so we'll adjust that back. Oh, rate looks good. Rate looks good. Let's see, are you gonna settle down or how about now? Nope, not too much. Small moves. Right on the knife's edge here, so it's a little challenging. The rotations here are, so small. The degree of rotation to get these things is, less than a degree or two. Oh my gosh. It's really hard. Boy, he really wants to jump around. May have to do a little demagnetizing here. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're to settle down. Let me put this on the D-mag for just a sec. Okay. There we go. Let's see if that's going to settle down and get smooth. Looking pretty good. For the numbers to settle in. Alright, well, we're going to watch this for a little while, watch it break in, see if any real adjustments need to be made. But I'm pretty confident we're doing okay. Yeah, we may need to do a slight tweak. Going in the right direction. That's good. Keep bumping it a little bit, a little more positive rate. But certainly breaking in. See if we can get these numbers up just a bit. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to let it get itself settled in, and we'll come back and have a look at the numbers once we're fully breaking in. But you know, starting off in the 220s is always a great sign. That's where we want to start. Anything lower than this is a bit nerve-wracking, but you know, it just means a little bit more work. No, this is good. This is really good. Okay, so here we go. I think we're in good shape, and yeah, oh yeah, I'm feeling good about that. Okay, we'll come back. All right, Larry, we are ready. So we've let it break in. It's running great. Good numbers all the way around. We are happy with the positional issues, and whatever needs to be worked out has worked itself out in the movement. We've got a couple little adjustments to make, but those usually come when we finalize things in the case. But right now, it's time to complete the rest of the calendar works, and we're gonna get that taken care of now. Only a few little minor things. Most everything has been built out due to the fact that we are in a 6138, and I do all the keyless works and all of that prior to assembly the train. So we have very limited work to do on this last step. It's just a matter of getting all the final pieces. What I've really been doing actually is watching this heart. That pointed part needs to point to that pointed part when the chronograph is off, and that's the check we make to ensure that we have our recording wheel adjusted properly. So that is correct as of right now, and I guess into the future as well. Okay, so a couple last screws. come on. Don't pop out. Stay in place. Stay in place. Silly screw. There we go. Okay. Now we can put your day and date, ring and disc in place. Very clean ring. Okay, good. Do not give me a hard time, screw. Ah. Come on. There we go. Okay. Last screw. Okay. Now for your day disc. And there we go. All right. Going through. Perfect. Okay. Looks good. Overall, pretty happy here. Make sure everybody's advancing the right way. Perfect. Good. Okay. Well, next stop is dial and hands, and then we'll be ready to put the watch together. We'll be done. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. That's what we want to see. Okay, looks good to me. Last component, your binding weight. It's right here. Okay, case back with your new seal. There we have it. All right, let's take a look. And there we are. There is your really great 6138 3000 non-JDM chronograph. All right. Well, this one was, no big surprises. It was a great watch to start with. Let's just go over some of the highlights here. We didn't change anything, really. I mean, it's basically the way it came in cosmetically. I cleaned everything, took the crystal out, and cleaned the case and all the pushers, and the seals are new, and all of that kind of stuff, of course, is the way it should be. New case back seal, clean the case. No polishing, just get your good cleaning. Clean your bracelet and everything. That'll come in a moment. Couple little things as part of what we talked about. I went ahead and touched up with some color matched paint. You can't even really tell, I would say, at this sort of level that I did anything here with the hand, but that's now as it should be, and I think it came out pretty well. Overall, it's a good, clean watch. You have a slight bend in your crown, but I really can't feel it, and it's actually in pretty good shape. I didn't tweak it, I just left it. Functionally, everything is working just as it should. We've got good changeover of the date and the day, of course. Your hand alignment is spot on as it should be. Everything lines up great. Check it again at 9 o'clock to make sure that's pointing right there. So that came out pretty well. Quick date, quick day function, of course. There we go. Running through everyone. Little red Sunday. Today is actually, Sunday. 22nd. Special day for me. There we go. Okay. So, you did need a few things, little things. One was more major than others, but sorry. Essentially, this is just a bag with a couple seals, because we didn't change anything in the movement except for, there's your case back seal, except for your very badly cupped mainspring. I had to replace that because it just was not going to give the kind of performance that we needed out of the watch. You can see it here. I mean, that is not good. That should be flat against the table, and it is clearly not flat. It's a shame because it's a nice looking mainspring otherwise, but it's badly bowed and cupped. So this one will come back to you. You got a new one in your watch. Of course, got your beautifully clean bracelet, original to the watch, and your end links here. So everybody's clean and ready to go. Come back to you, nice and pretty, all back together. So I'm really happy with the outcome. I hope you are too. And thanks again for trusting me with your watch, and I'll be in touch, and thanks for watching.